Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Don Wright, Board Chair of the Senior Resource Association. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's virtual concert under the direction of Dr. Jacob Craig. Let me introduce you to the Silvertones as they once again perform within our community. Thank you so much and enjoy.
Good evening. Welcome to the 2020 Christmas Silvertones performance. I am Ann Sofronis, Chairman of the Silvertones, a program of the Senior Resource Association. We are able to present our musical concerts through the enthusiastic and ever-present generous support and sponsorship by Kathy and Michael Pierce. They are our angels. Due to the pandemic, our usual live concerts are not possible. But we are happy we are able to sing music for your holidays through this video for you to enjoy. These are challenging times, but we will persevere and come through this together. Our selections are songs filled with faith, hope, love, joy, and peace. We love to sing, and we love to sing for you. Be safe, stay well, happy holidays, and Merry Christmas!
One of my favorite Christmas memories occurred quite a few years ago. We were visiting grandparents for the holiday, and we were invited to Uncle John and Aunt Susie's home for Christmas Eve dinner and to go to church. They live in a small town called Carthus in central Pennsylvania. And after a great dinner, we put on our hats and coats and scarves and gloves and we're walking down to the church, which was very close by. It had been snowing and our boots were crunching on all this snow, and it was very, very cold. And as we were walking down towards the church, I thought, what a beautiful, perfect Christmas sight it was. The church was a tiny white frame church nestled into the side of a hill. And since it was snowing, the snowflakes were there falling down, and the windows were lit by stained glass and the candlelight from the candles on the trees inside. And when the doors opened, you could smell the evergreens from the trees. And as we looked around, we saw relatives and friends that we had known for years. After the service, we got into the car. It was still snowing heavily. And we traveled up the mountaintop, slipping and sliding in the car. And we wondered, are we going to make it to the top? And then, of course, to get home to Granny and Pappy's, we had to come down the hill and travel miles in the middle of the night, about 1 o'clock in the morning. And we were so tired when we finally got home, but we all went to bed and fell asleep right away. And when we woke up Christmas morning, it was a winter wonderland, and we were all filled with the Christmas spirit. There it was, Christmas morning, and we were filled with joy because once again, we were with our family and we were celebrating the birth of Jesus's birthday. And ever since, when our family gets together, we reminisce about all the different Christmases that we've enjoyed throughout the US and even overseas as a family. But somehow, the one in the small town of Carthus in central Pennsylvania with our family is the one that I remember most, along with the rest of my family. That was a wonderful, Christ-filled Christmas and one of our very favorite memories of the holiday.
everyone. My name is Paul Ives. I'm a retired Delaware Bay and River pilot, and I'd like to tell you a little story, a very heartwarming story that happened to me many years ago on a cold Christmas Eve morning as I boarded a small freighter off the coast of Delaware. It was from one of the South American countries, Colombia, Venezuela perhaps. Our orders were to proceed in from the Atlantic Ocean, steam 90 miles up the Delaware Bay and River to dock at a cargo terminal in Camden, New Jersey, right across the river from Philadelphia. There, the ship would discharge her cargo in the days after Christmas. The captain and crew were excited to be safely in port for the holiday. It was a custom in those days before containerization and around-the-clock port operations that the tugboats we would need to assist putting the ship into the dock would not be available after 5 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Try as we might, with the chief engineer pushing the engines flat out, the best we could do was arrive in Philadelphia Harbor somewhat after 6 o'clock. The tugs and the personnel on the dock were long gone to their homes, and the entire waterfront was shut down for Christmas. The captain and his crew of about 25 officers and men were very disappointed to learn that they would be spending their Christmas at anchor out in the middle of the river. After talking it over with the captain, I agreed that if I could get the ship close enough to the dock to land a couple of our own crew on the pier to handle the mooring lines, that I would try to get the ship into the dock and tied up. It was a tricky maneuver without assisting tugboats, but I would somehow manage to get alongside, and we made fast without demolishing the pier. As I was preparing to leave the ship, anxious to get home to my own Christmas, the captain asked me if there was a church nearby outside the terminal where they might attend Christmas services. I advised him that the terminal was located in a very bad part of the city, and they'd best not venture outside the gates after dark. I was fortunate, however, to be able to arrange through the Philadelphia Seamen's Church Institute, where I served on their board of directors, to have a van come to the ship later that evening. After exchanging Feliz Navidad with the happy crew, I left in time to go home to join my choir at our 11 o'clock candlelight service of lessons and carols and enjoy a wonderful Christmas with my family. Several days later, by chance, I was assigned to sail the same ship from Camden out to sea. As I climbed the gangway, I was enthusiastically greeted by a number of the crew smiling and calling out, "Muchas gracias, Senor Piloto." When I arrived on the bridge, the captain told me that a small bus had taken almost all the officers and crew across the river to the Cathedral Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul in downtown Philadelphia, where they celebrated Christmas Mass in that beautiful old historic cathedral. The captain emotionally related that the Archbishop of Philadelphia had personally greeted them, blessing the crew and wishing them a safe and happy voyage. I was overwhelmed with their expressions of gratitude for what to me was just a simple act of kindness that had brought them so much pleasure. Although they were 1,000 miles from home, it had made Christmas truly meaningful for us all. Merry Christmas.
Hello everyone, I'm here tonight to speak with you about one of the more valuable organizations in our community, the Senior Resource Association. Along with their adult respite care services and many other senior services, one of the most important things that the Senior Resource Association has been doing the past 9 months is the Meals on Wheels program. They are currently almost doubling their clients for the Meals on Wheels and are in some significant need both of financial gifts and of time and offerings of volunteerism. Now, if you would consider assisting them in this venue, they would be greatly appreciative. Again, this is one of the more valuable organizations in this community. We're very grateful to be one of their many programs they offer with the Silvertones. We hope you're enjoying the concert tonight. And as always, thank you so much to all the sponsorship of Kathy and Michael Pierce and all those that are involved with this incredible organization.
I'm Rose Jager. I grew up in Germany on a small farm during World War II. I'm the 6th of 7 children growing up in a 3-bedroom home with 2 rooms on the first floor and no heat on the second floor. All the children had to help with chores around the house and also work on the farm. But we awaited Christmas Eve with much excitement. After we finished our chores, the family gathered in the small living room and we sang a few Christmas carols in front of the manger. I loved singing, and the family chorus of Christmas carols warmed my soul. We then said a prayer for those who could not be with us. It was incredibly comforting to spend this time with the family. After that, my parents distributed the presents for the children. I generally received a pair of mittens or socks or a scarf, which my mother had knitted, or maybe my older sister. I also received 1 orange, a few walnuts, and some home-baked cookies. We were happy with what we received and didn't expect more. We appreciated all that was given us, since everything in the country was rationed. I continued the Christmas Eve tradition with my children and grandchildren, singing Christmas carols and praying before opening the presents. Of course, these children today receive much more than a pair of knitted socks and oranges, but they do appreciate their presents. Our Christmas Eve is still very special to our family. I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Silvertones, Jacob, and Silvertone fans. Here we are again. I thought by this time we would be able to see everybody in person, but truly I appreciate everything that the Silvertones have done to bring this little concert and some Christmas cheer to everybody. I hope everybody is still healthy, and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and hopefully 2021 will be the year of the Silvertones when we get to see this fantastic choir perform live.
Thank you, Kathy. I'd just like to echo what Kathy has just expressed to everybody. To Jacob and the Silvertones, we want to thank you for brightening up the year with a wonderful Christmas concert, and it really makes the year a little brighter after everything we've been through this year. I'd just like to say to all the Silvertones and to Jacob, hang in there, because 2021 is going to be a much better year, and we really look forward to getting back to the church and seeing you perform in real live concerts, because I know we're not too far away, but we will get there, and hang in there, and we're behind you all the way. And to all the Silvertones, Jacob, and the Senior Resource Association, I'd like to wish you all a very merry and blessed Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.